And as my clock ticks over to 8:30 this evening, good evening everybody, welcome to week 34 of Tom Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along. We're here, Lockdown 2.0, just when you thought it was safe to go back to the supermarkets. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Grab your songbooks from Carradine's cockneysingalong.co.uk and do me a favour, click on the share button now. And share this around, or tag someone you think might enjoy this in the comments as well. We're going to start. It's all about being happy this evening. Request for happy songs in the comments, please. Page 2, top of page 2. I got a creed for every need, so easy that it must succeed. I'll set it down for you to read, so please take heed. Keep out the gloom, let in the sun. That's my advice to everyone. It's only once we pass this way, so day by day. Even when the darkest clouds are in the sky, you mustn't sigh and you mustn't cry. Spread a little happiness as you go by. Please try. What's the use of worrying and feeling blue? When days are long, keep on smiling through. Spread a little happiness as dreams come true. Surely you'll be wise to make the best of every blues day. Don't you realize you'll find next Monday or next Tuesday your golden shoes day? Even when the darkest clouds are in the sky, you mustn't sigh and you mustn't cry. Spread a little happiness as you go by. There we go, hopefully you've got the idea then. You've got the idea. Tonight's all about spreading happiness, keeping our spirits up in lockdown. If I can remember what key I'm in. Surely you would be wise to make the best of every blues day. Don't you realize you'll find next Monday or next Tuesday your golden shoes day? No prizes for the rhyme there. Even when the darkest clouds are in the sky, you mustn't sigh and you mustn't cry. Just spread a little happiness as you go by. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. Not entirely sure what was going on in the middle of that. Many, many apologies. Hope you're all doing well. As I said, requests for happy songs this evening. This is what it's all about, keeping our spirits up, as Andrew sits on the sofa and grumbles behind the camera here. Hope you're all bearing up with the lockdown very, very well. And, of course, as usual, my wonderful wife, Faye, is on comments over there.
Hello!
And, I hope you're all bearing up okay during this lockdown. One thing that's been kept us going, and I wanted to give a huge plug for, is the wonderful Monkey Pants Productions quiz on a Friday, which we'll be doing tomorrow. Team Carradine Ding Dong will be playing. If you fancy a good old-fashioned pub quiz, well, you play the non-pub quiz every Friday that Pete and Joe Morgan broadcast from Sutton Coldfield, available on the Monkey Pants Productions by Pete Morgan Facebook page. If one of the regulars can pop the comment in the comments, that'd be great. It's one thing that's kind of been getting us through not only our Thursdays with you guys, but also the Fridays with Pete and Joe and Marcus, another Marcus, not my Marcus, for the fantastic non-pub quiz. So come and join us tomorrow if you fancy that. Lots of birthdays this week, so I'm going to crack on through. Lots of birthday requests as well, and we'll get to those. But if you've got any happy songs, favourite happy songs, or children's songs, we've got a bit of a children's song theme as well going on this evening, so pop those in below. This first medley goes out to Amelia Kilting in Copenhagen. Amelia, nice to see you. Nice to see you watching. It's your birthday today. Not that you were any reminding of that. I met Amelia and partner Martin at the Copenhagen Tweed Ride back in September. And that one, Amelia was dressed as Mary Poppins. So I thought for her birthday I would sing a little Mary Poppins medley. We haven't done this one for a while. So grab your songbooks, page 3 in your songbook, stick it on the children's theme. Here we go. We all know these. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Or blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too. Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. I spends me time in the ashes and smoke. In this all wide world there's no happier bloke. You know the chorus, here we go, all together. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Or blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too. Well, if you know anybody who needs a bit of a sing-along and a bit of cheer up this evening, go on, pop them in a link below, or share this on your Facebook page now. With tuppence for paper and string, you can have your own silver wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Let's hear you. Oh, 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 let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. I'm just getting memories and flashbacks of being in Copenhagen, and it was at this point in the sing-along at the Tweed Run when it started to rain. And I had lots of lovely ladies covering me over with umbrellas, and everybody got absolutely soaked. But hey, we kept going. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, 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 let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's hear you. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Now, in every job that's to be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap, the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spree. It's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. A robin feathering his nest has very little time to rest, while gathering his bits of twine and twig. Though quite intent in his pursuit, he has a merry tune to toot. He knows his song will move the job along. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Oh, ain't it a glorious day, bright as a morning in May. I feel like I could fly. Have you ever seen the grass so green, or a bluer sky? Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light when the day is grey and ordinary. Mary makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the dove. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. How about this one? Well, kick and he's up, step in time. Kick and he's up, step in time. Living in a reason, living in a rhyme. Kick and he's up, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Living in a reason, living in a rhyme. Flap like a birdie, step in time. No excuses for all this one. We know this one. Diddle-diddle-diddle-um-diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle-um. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Hey, you got it. Diddle-diddle-diddle-um-diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle-um. Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard. This is how it goes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic. Big finish. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. La 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 la. There we go. For Amelia in Copenhagen, happy birthday to you. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Faye, you got any comments coming in there?
I have to say, I'm really sad because I literally just caught up with the comments right as you finished that medley, so I wanted to join in, but it was joining in my head. I've got a couple of birthdays, actually, and an anniversary. Am I allowed to read them out? Yes,
of course.
So we've actually got 2 birthdays on Monday. And they are both for granddaughters.
Hey.
So we've got Leslie Hyde's granddaughter Rowan, who is 12 on Monday.
Happy
and
birthday.
Anne Savage's daughter Emily is 13 on Monday.
Hey!
So
Congratulations,
very happy
Emily.
Birthday for Monday, Rowan and Emily.
Rowan and Emily, happy birthday to both of you. Now, if there's any, if you can hear any snorting or Andrew's got a cold. He's behind the camera. You can blow your nose. You can blow your nose.
Shall
there
I
we
talk
go.
over it?
Faye, talk over it really loudly, please.
We've also got a 13th anniversary that was yesterday. That's Marlon Mayer celebrating 13
They've
years.
been together now for 13 years. Hopefully not unlucky for some.
And I have to say, there have been a lot of compliments about your knitwear.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, and Trix, yes, it is
Simon James Cathcart, well spotted, of course. There we go. Where else would this neckline be? I've got one in purple as well, with kind of dark grey. Yeah, beautiful, but perfect for this time of year. It's it's just the kind of weather for wearing one of these, isn't it? I hope you're all doing well and bearing up with the lockdown. Raising your spirits on a Thursday, as I've been doing for the last 34 weeks. Well, 34 weeks, my word. Where's the year gone? And it's nearly the dreaded C word. Dare I mention the C word? Well, go on, I can, because I've released today pre-sales for my Carradine's Christmas calendar. Not a physical thing, it's a digital thing I'm doing this year. And you can buy your ticket on my website, and then you'll get a password to a hidden page on my website where every day in December you can go and have a little kind of 1 minute, 2 minute sing-along video to get you in the Christmas spirit. The Von Carradine family singers will be appearing in those, as well as me, hopefully with some other special guests as well, so watch this space for that one. But you can go to my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. That's £5 per household for that. So come along and enjoy the run-up to Christmas with some fantastic sing-along classics. Faye?
I was going to say, just pertinent to your last medley, Claire Laybourne has said, actually, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, last 20 seconds, the song.
Yeah.
And it's way more fun to sing than Happy Birthday when you're washing your hands. So thanks for that one, Claire.
There we go. I like that one. We should be doing that when we're washing our hands. Hopefully you're still washing your hands, face, space and all that. There we go. Hope you are keeping up with all of the regulations. As I said, lots of birthdays today, which we're going to spread all the way through. So we're not going to sing Happy Birthday today, but so many requests coming in. Request I've got here for Catherine Hooper. Your birthday today came in from Ben Thompson. Ben says, would be lovely if you could give a shout out to my better half, Catherine, on a birthday, Thursday, the 12th of November. We've listened to every week since you began in March and really enjoy your show. Looking forward to being able to see you for real. Can you imagine seeing me for real? I don't really exist. I'm just virtual. I'm just here. In the not too distant future. In the meantime, keep up the good work. You are lifting everybody's spirits. So it's very kind of you to say. Glad you're enjoying that. And a request for Catherine, what's for Down at the Old Bull and Bush? That classic that you all know from the end titles of the good old days. Remember the good old days? Yes, when we could actually meet up with people and hug and things like that. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean the pre-COVID times, the before times. No, I mean the good old days, filmed at Leeds City Varieties, with the wonderful alliterative chairman, the Leonard Sachs. On BBC TV. So yeah, a little bit of Down at the Old Bull and Bush. Now, we always do this in the opening medley, but I haven't done the verse for a while. I thought I'd give you the verse. This one was written by, it's actually an American song, originally an advertising jingle, a kind of beer garden drinking song for the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Come, drink some Budweiser with me under the Anheuser-Busch. But Florrie Ford, a very famous British music hall star, well, she was Australian, actually, and she came over here to make her fortune. And she was on tour to the States, heard this song, the Anheuser-Busch song, and asked them to write an English version for her. But the story goes, of course, that they didn't, well, they changed the lyrics, but yes, have a listen to the verse and see what you think, whether it really describes Hampstead Town and the Old Bull and Bush pub. I'll leave you to think about that one. But the sing-along lyrics are on page 2 of your songbooks. Talk about the shade of the sheltering palm. Praise the bamboo tree with its wide-spreading charm. There's a little nook down near old Hampstead Town. You know the place, it has one great renown. Often with my sweetheart on a bright summer's day, to the little pub there my footsteps will stray. If she hesitates when she looks at the sign, promptly I whisper, now do not decline. All together, come and make eyes at me down at the Old Bull and Bush. Da 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 da. Come, drink some port wine with me down at the Old Bull and Bush. Hear the little German band, da 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 da. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Do, come and have a drink or two down at the Old Bull and Bush. One more time, come and make eyes at me down at the Old Bull and Bush. Da 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 da. Come, raise your glasses, drink some port wine with me and sway, Old Bull and Bush. Hear the little German band, da 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 da. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Do, come and have a drink or two down at the Old Bull and Bush. Bush. Hey, there we go. That one, a huge shout out to Catherine Hooper, whose birthday is today. Well, talking about other things that I mentioned earlier on, things that have been getting us through the lockdown. Obviously, Thursdays for us. Keeping going with those Thursdays and raising your spirits has been keeping us going. Along with, of course, the Monkey Pants Productions quiz on a Friday evening at 8 o'clock. But also for us, another thing that's been a highlight of our week have been the Sunday night sing-alongs from Llangollen Anglican churches, where the wonderful Reverend Lee Taylor broadcasts every Sunday evening. Is it 6 o'clock? Faye, I can never remember. It's 6 o'clock. There we go. 6 to about 6:45, with from the Mission Hall to the music halls, a fantastic selection. The first half is kind of hymns and sacred songs, and the second half are all those music hall classics that we absolutely adore. And so, huge shout out to Lee, who does that every week, and for his sterling work on that. And I know there's a lot of people, the viewers on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, who watch that as well. But it was Lee's birthday on Tuesday, so huge shout out and birthday greetings to Lee for Tuesday. Hope you're keeping very, very well. Now, a few more birthdays. Kevin Kuarik from Georgetown, Colorado. Kevin, I hope I got you pronounced your surname correctly there. Huge shout out to you from Anne-Marie Cannon. Anne-Marie, I did a fantastic interview on Anne-Marie's Armchair Historian podcast about a month or so ago. If you haven't heard that, then go back on my Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along page and find that, or have a look for Armchair Historians on all of the best podcast apps. I'm sure you better find it. Fantastic, fascinating 2-part podcast that I did with her. And but yeah, a huge shout out to her friend Kevin from Georgetown in Colorado. Faye's looking over at me like she's
I've got another birthday.
Go on, fire away.
It was Laura Flawn's birthday on Monday the 9th, so very happy
Laura,
birthday
happy
to you, Laura.
birthday.
Your mum Jill has sent that message in, so happy birthday.
Oh. Now another one. Barbara Bellamy, huge shout out, happy birthday to Barbara Bellamy. From Alex Jenkins, your grandson. He says she's 70 years plus 10 and a couple more. Yes, we'll let you work that one out. Saying Grandma has been watching and joining in with a sing-along every week along with Nicola, my aunt, and they absolutely love it, enjoying themselves every Thursday. And I'm hoping this will help to make their Thursday special. In March, they missed out on Nicola's 50th birthday celebrations, and they would have celebrated Grandma's too, but this second lockdown got in the way, as it has with a lot of things. So I hope that you, Alex says, hope that you enjoy your present and that it arrived safely in the post. So there we go, Alex Jenkins giving a huge shout out to Grandma Barbara Bellamy. And we've had a request for a little bit of Henry Mancini, the fantastic Moon River. You've got the sing-along lyrics for this in your songbooks. So turn to page 4 of your songbooks. What a beautiful song. Here we go. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, whenever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. There we go. A lovely bit of Moon River for Barbara Bellamy.
Whilst you're just recovering from that cough I know you're dying to have.
Thank you.
Just a message from Alex Jenkins. It was just it's Barbara's granddaughter, not grandson.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Alex. I'm terribly sorry.
And another one, whilst I've got the mic time, couple of shout-outs to do. One, which I think is a nice one from Susanna Cater, to say, a shout-out for all of us who still feel like children but have got grown-up responsibilities. You know, when you feel you've got to adult and you just don't want to. So
yeah, I have that all the time.
And she's actually put a shout out to ask, are there any first timers in tonight? So
as I've done over the last few weeks, I wave this hand for all the regulars who've been here. I'm stealing this from Joe Stilgo, and he's sing along in a shed. There we go. Waving this hand for all the regulars, and this hand for any newbies. If you're a newbie, a first time sing along, pop a little comment in the comments below, and we'll give you a shout out. It's nice to see you. A few more shout-outs. It is a birthday one. David Wilson. Hi, David Wilson. You requested a shout-out for Jason Williams, who was your Australian friend that you bought to Fogg's last year, Mr. Fogg's Tavern. So, and you say it's his 50th birthday today, and you know he'd love a mention. So, happy birthday to you, Jason Williams, for today. And David requested something Australian. Now, I've done Waltzing Matilda a few times, or murdered Waltzing Matilda a few times. And I thought we might have a little bit of a Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree. Because we're going on the children's theme. This is an Australian children's song. You got the sing-along lyrics for this on page 2 in your songbooks. If you don't know it, then I'm sure you better pick it up. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh, Kookaburra gay your life should be. You got the tune, it's dead easy. Second verse. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop, Kookaburra leave some there for me. Last verse. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, counting all the monkeys he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop, Kookaburra, there's no monkey. That's me! Silly little song. And fascinating, actually, that I discovered today in doing some research on that there are no monkeys in Australia. Did you know that? There are no monkeys in Australia. Even if you Google, why are there no monkeys in Australia? There are websites on discussing why there are no monkeys in Australia. There we go. So I hope you approve of that Australian song for you, Jason Williams. Sorry it was a little... But we're sticking on the children's kind of song theme this evening. So, Jason, how many happy returns to you for your 50th birthday? Many, many congratulations. Another birthday request coming. A huge shout out to Ali Rudd. If I kind of lean out the window over there, I'm sure I'll be able to shout Ali Rudd, who lives over the other side of the railway line here in Tunbridge. It was your birthday on the 9th, and we a shout out here from Janice Standen. Wonderful Janice Standen. Nice to see that you're watching, Janice. Janice says that Ali does a lot for scouting and guiding in Tunbridge, and would have obviously been involved in the Remembrance Parade last weekend. Which was obviously, social distance, a much, much smaller event last Sunday. And obviously no Remembrance Day parade where the Scouts and Guides would normally parade through the centre of Tunbridge. So, Ali, many, many happy returns to you. And Janice requested something scouting related for you. Now, I've been thinking, we've done some gang show songs over the sing-alongs, because obviously that's my background in Scout gang shows up in Coventry. Shout out to anyone from Coventry Scout gang show. But I thought I kind of learnt my skills as a performer and singing through doing campfires and campfire entertainment as a cub and a scout. I used to love a good campfire. And my dad too, as an arcaler in our cub group. We perform a lot together, and it was great fun singing those kind of campfire songs. Great sense of community. Again, this kind of feeling that we create when we have the sing-along this evening. So I thought we'd do this one's not in the songbooks. It goes to the tune of John. Is it John Brown's Body? I think. Yeah. Battle Hymn of the Republic. It's a little silly song. You'll pick it up. You jump. Oh. No.
Find a key.
Find a key.
Any key.
No, not that key. There we go. B flat will do. Well, he jumped from 40,000 feet without a parachute. He jumped from 40,000 feet without a parachute. He jumped from 40,000 feet without a parachute, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die when you're hanging by your braces and you're learning how to fly. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. He landed on the runway like a dollop of strawberry jam. Let's hear you. He landed on the runway like a dollop of strawberry jam. He landed on the runway like a dollop of strawberry jam, and he ain't gonna jump no more. All together. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die when you're hanging by your braces and you're learning how to fly. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Well, they scraped him off the runway and they sent him home to mum. They scraped him off the runway and they sent him home to mum. They scraped him off the runway and they sent him home to mum, and he ain't gonna jump no more. All together. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die when you're hanging by your braces and you're learning how to fly. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more. She puts him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see. She puts him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see. She puts him on the mantelpiece for everyone to see, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Last time. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die when you're hanging by your braces and you're learning how to fly. Glory, glory, what a heck of a way to die, and he ain't gonna jump no more.
Oh, that takes me back, and it looks like from the comments it takes a lot.
There we go. And hopefully you were singing the clean version and not the dirty, rude words.
Wow.
I know some of you sing-alongers. I know you. Yes, probably singing the rude, dirty words that you sing on the rugby bus. Yes, I know you. Go ahead, Faye.
Okay. I've got a couple more birthdays and anniversaries and first timers.
Oh, hey, fantastic. Go ahead, far away.
Our first timers, we've got Holly Warren and Christina Beasley. Now, Christina was born a Cockney.
Hey!
Ooh, so
more than I was. There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll be found out now. Another birthday, Margaret Madgwick's grandson Vincent is 10 on Tuesday.
Hey,
so
Vincent, happy birthday on Tuesday.
And your Australia song put Leslie Hyde in mind of the fact that it's her son Ian and his wife's 16th wedding anniversary on Sunday.
Oh, congratulations.
So,
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Do I have time for a slightly more lengthy shout-out?
Go on.
I'm going for it.
Go on.
Jane Walton has asked me to mention the TORM, TORM, virtual market.
Reenactors Marketplace, indeed. Yep.
Yeah, that was due to be taking place on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and it would have been the 30th year of it.
Oh, my word.
But they're doing a virtual version, and Jane is doing a presentation herself on Saturday at 1:00.
Ooh.
And apparently, I think there are going to be things available to peruse. I don't know, Jane, if there's any links you can put in the comments if people are interested, but...
And we can share that on the Carradine's Cockney sing-along page as well. Jane Walton, fantastic milliner and hatter, who made my beautiful burgundy bowler hat, if you remember that one from a while back. So yes, fantastic. Well, yeah, I'd be interested to see some of that stuff that's going on for the reenactors market. I think that was supposed to go on near Coventry.
Yes, sorry, I didn't say that. I had written it down.
Yeah, Stoneleigh Showground or something like that. Or the NEC? I can't remember. I don't know. But there we go. Fantastic. Well, yeah, Jane will pop the information below. And, yeah, there we go. I've got a slightly long one as well now. A huge shout out to the Gleisters, who are watching this evening. And Anne Glaister, for any of the Cockney sing-alongers, Anne is behind the wonderful... her wonderful place settings for a sing-along on a Thursday. She pops the pictures on the Carradine's Cockney sing-alongers group. If any of you fancy joining that, then have a look and click on the link to join us in the little community we've created around the sing-along. And it's Anne's birthday tomorrow, so she's obviously celebrating this evening. And she messaged me earlier on. She said, I was born in Poole in Dorset, so I think it's a little far away from Bow Bells to be technically Cockney. But, however, 3 months after she was born, she was placed in Thomas Coram's Foundling Hospital in High Holborn, from where she was adopted and brought up in Forest Hill and Catford. So, she says, can I claim to be an honorary Londoner? Well, you are a Londoner. You lived in London. There we go. Forest Hill and Catford. So we'll let you off with that one there, Anne. And you say that all of your family in lockdown with you. That's daughters Sally and her boyfriend Sebastian. And Sebastian's French and thinks my French songs are really good. I'm glad you're the only person that does. Daughter Lizzie and husband Cameron. Hi, Lizzie and Cameron. And, of course, long-suffering husband Martin, who still has to go to work every day as he trains firefighters. There we go. And now, Anne says she drives her family crazy singing Harry Champion songs. So if it could be possible to sing a little bit of Cucumber, that would make my day. Well, who am I to argue with you, Anne, especially as you made the Carradine's Cockney sing-alongers Cucumber family with Andrew on spoons. If you want to see the picture, go across to the Carradine's Cockney sing-along page. It's absolutely brilliant. You win hands down on the table settings. So a little bit of Cucumber, made famous by the Cockney Costa comic himself, Mr. Harry Champion, the fastest singer on the halls. Here we go, your songbooks. The sing-along lyrics are on page 5. You know the chorus, but the verses go like this. I was weaned on cucumber and on my wedding day, sitting down to supper when the guests had gone away. My old darling said to me, you must be hungry, Joe. What is it you fancy? I said, fancy? Don't you know? I like pickled onions, I like piccalilli. Pickled cabbage is alright with a bit of cold meat on a Sunday night. I could go tomatoes, but what I do prefer is a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cucumber. Now I went flying in the air with my old college chum. Suddenly he said to me, we're bound for Kingdom Come. Is there anything on your mind before you wear a crown? I began to shake and said, write this confession down. I like pickled onions, I like piccalilli. Pickled cabbage is alright with a bit of cold meat on a Sunday night. I could go tomatoes, but what I do prefer is a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cucumber. Now to the Lord West banquet I got in some foggy day. When I saw the grub, it took my appetite away. Sparrow's grass and chaffinches, and a pig's head stuffed with jam. I said to the waiter there, you don't know who I am. 'Cause I like pickled onions, I like piccalilli. Pickled cabbage is alright with a bit of cold meat on a Sunday night. I could go tomatoes, but what I do prefer is a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cucumber. Last verse. Now several years of married life have brought me lots of joys. I don't know how many girls, and I think it's 14 boys. When the last one came to town, it nearly turned my head. It was marked with cucumber, and the first words that it said were, I like pickled onions, I like piccalilli. Pickled cabbage is alright with a bit of cold meat on a Sunday night. I could go tomatoes, but what I do prefer is a little bit of cucumber. You come, a little bit of cucumber. Da-da-la-la-da, da-da-la-la-da, how's your father? Alright. There we go, a little bit of Harry Champion for Anne Glaister there. Faye, you got anything coming in there?
I've got more birthdays. It really is the season.
It's the season for birthdays, isn't it? There we go.
So Daniel Gillam sent in a shout out for his friend Gretchen McMahon, who's got his birthday coming up. Sorry, her birthday coming up.
Gretchen, happy birthday.
And we've got another one. So Christopher James Sutton, who you used to do Best with.
Oh, yeah.
It's his grandma, Margaret Davell's
birthday.
Sorry, Davell. 89th birthday.
Margaret, many happy returns. Margaret was the pianist and kind of musical director of a singing group that I was involved in at church in Coventry where I grew up. The Bacon and Egg singing troupe, Best. And we used to put on little concerts, so kind of concert party thing and concert. It was brilliant. That's where I kind of cut my teeth on singing and playing the piano as well. Great fun. Oh, Margaret, I hope you are very, very well. Sending you all my love. And who'd have thought that however many fumpty years later, 30 odd years later, I'd be here, well, not live streaming with a career in it, rather than ending up as a biochemist as I thought I was going to be. So. Yeah.
And I've just got another shout out from Edward Shamwana, who is currently locked down at uni.
Oh no!
And is normally still studying, but tonight he's been able to join us. So welcome, Edward.
Fantastic.
And
welcome,
I hope the
Edward.
lockdown at uni is not too awful.
Yeah, oh god, I've seeing it all on TV on the news. I'm a bit sick of the news at the moment, really. I don't know about you, but yes. Trying to have some kind of clear. I went for a lovely walk around the park today. So I highly recommend it if you get a chance. I know the weather's going to be turning over the weekend, isn't it? But if you get a chance to just get out and get some fresh air, it really made a difference this morning. So set me up for the day after doing the school run. So I've got another shout out for the Glaciers here from John Trim, who's actually back home this week. They've been watching for a few weeks at the Glaciers. But they're at home this week, obviously because of lockdown, and his son and girlfriend have COVID. Oh no! Wishing them a speedy recovery. And he says he hopes to be back singing along with the Glaciers very soon. So huge shout out to the Glaciers from John Trim and family there. Now, last week we had a birthday. Jim Baker. It was Jim Baker's birthday, and we got a shout out that Diana, his wife, had put in. But in return, Jim has put a request in for his wife, Diana, this week. Diana Baker, your birthday this week. Here is she's requested a little bit of Gus Elan. So, of course, you've got Harry Champion, a Costa comic. Gus Elan, too. Very famous for being a cheeky kind of Costa, kind of Cockney character on the music hall. Made famous songs, very famous, like If It Wasn't for the Houses in Between. Another one of Gus Elan's very, very famous songs. It's a great big shame. You've got the chorus for this, page 5 in your songbooks. Go on there. Have a flick to page 5 in your songbooks. It's a great big shame. And it goes like this. If I can play the introduction, I can. It's beautiful. I've lost my pal, he's the best in all the town, but don't you think he's dead because he ain't? But since he's wed, he's been had to knuckle down, it's enough to wax the temper of a saint. He's a brewer's drayman with a leg of mutton fist, and as strong as a bullock or an horse. divorce. Yet in her hands, he's like a little kid. Oh, I wish as I could get him a divorce. It's a great big shame, and if she belonged to me, I'd let her know who's who. Nagging at a fella what is 6'3" and her not 4'2". Oh, they hadn't been married not a month or more when underneath her thumb goes Jim. Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Now Jim was class, he could sing a decent song, and his scrapping he had won some great renown. It took 2 coppers for to make him move along, and another 6 to hold the fella down. But today when I asked him could he come and have some beer, to the doorstep on a tiptoe he arrives. "I daren't," says he, "don't shout 'cause she'll hear. I've got to clean the windows and the knives. It's a great big shame, and if she belonged to me, I'd let her know who's who. Nagging at a fella what is 6'3" and her not 4'2". Oh, I hadn't been married not a month or more when underneath her thumb goes Jim. Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Gus Eland's It's a Great Big Shame. There we go. Going out to Diana Baker. Faye, have you got anything coming in there?
I've had loads of suggestions for happy songs and children's songs.
Great. We'll take some of those very, very shortly. Before we get there, one happy song. This is another birthday dedication to one of our Cockney sing-along regulars. Shout out to Virginia Appleton in Whitstable. Hi, Virginia. Your birthday next Tuesday, the 17th. Not that you need reminding of that, I hope. But Pauline Munns, your mum, and Morris, your dad, in Salisbury are sending all of their love and wishing you a very lovely day. They've requested a song made famous by Laurel and Hardy. I wonder why. This one, she says, happy memories of watching Laurel and Hardy films when she was little and liking the song because it has her name in it, of course, in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the Lonesome Pine. Page 2 in your songbooks, the trail of the Lonesome Pine goes like this. On a mountain in Virginia stands a lonesome pine. Just below is the cabin home of the little girl of mine. Her name is June, and very, very soon she'll belong to me. For I know she's waiting there for me 'neath that lone pine tree. Do you know the chorus? In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine, in the pale moonshine, the hearts entwine, while she carved a name and I carved mine. Oh, June, like the mountains I'm blue, like the pine, I am lonesome for you. Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine, the lonesome pine. There we go, a little bit of Laurel and Hardy. I'm quite glad that Faye didn't come in with the hammer to bop me on the head at the end there.
I was considering throwing some sort of missile, but I thought that could go horribly wrong.
The Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, going out to Virginia Appleton, one of the regulars from Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers, who tunes in every Thursday to us too. And also to Lee Taylor on a Sunday as well, and his fantastic Mission Halls to Music Halls, if you fancy that. Give it a look. I'll pop the link in the on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along page and share that. Of course, can't forget it was Armistice Day yesterday, the 11th hour of the 11th month. Yes, for those of you who joined me for our Royal British Legion sing-along on Sunday, thank you so much, and thank you for your generous donations to the Royal British Legion. It is much, much appreciated. I thought we couldn't go by this evening without having one song, and I thought we did sing the chorus for this on Sunday, but I thought I'd do it with the verses as well. This is a lovely bit. There we go. Lest we forget. Thank you so much, as I said, for joining me on last Sunday evening for the Royal British Legion sing-along, and for your generous donations to that wonderful cause as well. So now we're gonna just one more shout out before we get to the kind of more of the children's section. Cody Yount, one of the regulars watching out in the States, he says Tuesday marked my 1-year anniversary of being inducted into the Sunzika Society, which is a Native American warrior society. Wow. That puts on powwows in Western Pennsylvania. So, Cody, huge congratulations on your 1-year anniversary into the Sunzika Society. Congratulations, and keep up the good work over there. Faye.
I've just got a couple more birthdays.
Go on, a couple more birthdays. What we have?
Rose Grassmeader has noted, I can't talk today, put in the comments that it's her sister Jeanette's birthday on the 17th and her brother Terry's birthday on the 26th.
My word,
so
congratulations.
Happy birthday
to you
to
both.
And Rose, thank you for letting us know.
Well, so talking about children's songs and happy songs, I had a lovely conversation actually with Jane Walton, who we were talking about earlier on about the reenactors market. Jane Walton suggested in a message to me the other day that she's really enjoying watching the replays of these sing-alongs and listening to both of my CDs with her granddaughter Rosie. And she says it makes childcare singing more fun than nursery rhymes. Oh, it's very kind of you to say. And if you say hello to Rosie, she'll love it. So hello, Rosie. Hope you are doing very well and going to sing along to these next coming songs. And that means that Rosie can tell her mum that the posh panda said hello. If you don't know, on Halloween a few weeks ago, I had my white makeup with my big panda eyes. My kind of two lovely black eyes, going for that spooky look. But yes, Jane and the family think I look like a posh panda. So yes, the posh panda says hello to Rosie. Happy birthday from the posh panda. And the request for Jane and for Rosie was Puff the Magic Dragon. This also goes out to Andy Smith from his wife Josephina Gagassa Smith, who requested this as well today. So a little bit of Puff the Magic Dragon. We could do all the verses. Page 5, because it's quite a sad song. Page 5 in your songbooks. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perch on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff wrote his name. All together, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Now a dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant strings make way for other toys. One great night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, sadly slipped into his cave. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. sad little story. There we go. Puff the Magic Dragon going out to Jane and Rosie. There we go, Rosie. Hope you enjoyed that one. Faye, you got any comments there?
No, just lots of people like me finding the bits of dust in our eyes. But yeah, very touching.
It really is a sad song. Now, coming towards the end, we've only got 9 minutes left of the sing-along, and we've got so much stuff to squeeze in. So, Faye, go on, fire away. We might not be able to do all these, but go on, fire away with some of these happy songs.
So, these are happy songs and children's songs, and I think actually they go hand in hand, apart from Puff the Magic Dragon, which is just heartbreaking. So, Hands, Knees, and
Hands, knees, and whoops a daisy da ba 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 da ba ba. Anne-Marie, Annette Mills, who wrote that, who also wrote Adolf. You've bitten off more than you can chew. More than you can chew. Fantastic Second World War song.
Happy talking, happy talk.
Happy talky topping, happy talk. There we go. Happy talk from South Pacific.
Wonderful. Pennies from Heaven.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Oh, and one that actually Anne-Marie Cannon suggested for the children's ones. Oh, my darling Clementine.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, I am lost and gone forever. Oh my darling Clementine.
Great again, another sad
song. Well, minor 49er.
Now here's one to really test you. Can you play Alouette?
Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille plumeret, la tête, gentille. Yeah.
Okay, best.
Sebastian, I'm not sure about the French on that one. Yes.
Yeah. You are my sunshine.
Oh, I've got you are my sunshine, my only. Why am I doing that key? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. We do that a lot. It's a great song, great feel-good song.
Sun has got his hat on.
The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. Great song.
And still on the sun, Bring Me Sunshine.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Perfect. Great feel-good songs.
And then, of course, If You're Happy and You Know
It. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Thank you, Andrew. He's still awake. I can't believe he's still awake.
Oh, you're waiting for me, aren't you? Apparently, Rupert the Bear is 100 years old. So, he's got his own song.
Rupert the Bear.
That, really? Did that tune?
No. Rupert the Bear. That's Water of Life. Yeah.
Okay, we might work on that one.
He's got a theme tune. He's a very dapper but he's got real human hands, hasn't he?
Okay, that's creepy.
He's teddy bear, but he's got human hands. But he wears natty waistcoats and trousers and a beautiful scarf as well. Yes. Faye, have you got any more there?
Best just move on from
that. We're going to move on. We're going to move on from that. So there we go. Into a little collection. Well, the last 6 minutes. My word, we're pressed for time. For a little bit of some children's songs. I have no idea what page we are in the songbooks. It's in there somewhere.
Number 6.
Page 6, there we go. This was a request after last week when, I was going to say Percy Pig made an appearance. And Percy Pig played this one. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Big bad wolf, big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. Long ago there were 3 pigs, little handsome piggy wigs. For the big bad, very bad wolf, they didn't give 3 figs. Number 1 was very gay, and he built his house with hay. With a hey toot, he blew on his flute, and he played around all day. Number 2 was fond of jigs, and so he built his house with twigs. Hey diddle diddle, he played on his fiddle and danced with lady pigs. Number 3 said nix on tricks, I will build my house with spricks. He had no chance to sing and dance, 'cause work and play don't mix. Oh, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Hello, Porky, big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la. Hey, you right? Just because you made an appearance last week doesn't mean you get one every week. Oh, we're going to skip on to the next song, I think. Now to Bombay, the travelling circus came. They brought an intelligent elephant, and Nellie was her name. One dark night, she slipped her iron chain and off she ran to Hindustan and never was seen of again. Oh, Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and trundled back to the jungle. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. The head of the herd was calling from far, far away. They met one night in the silver light on the road to Mandalay. Oh, Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. We all know this one, Swaying for Me. How much is that doggy in the window?
Ow, ow.
The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window?
Ow, ow.
I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. All together, how much is that doggy in the window?
Ow, ow.
The one with, thank you Andrew, willy tail. How much is that doggy in the windmill?
Ow, ow.
I do hope that doggy's for sale. Now a mouse lived in a windmill in old Amsterdam. A windmill with a mouse in, and he wasn't grousing. He sang every morning, how lucky I am, living in a windmill in old Amsterdam. I saw a mouse.
Where?
There on the stem.
Where on the stair?
Right there, a little mouse with clogs on. Well, I declare, going clip, clippity, clop on the stair. Oh yeah. How about this one? If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was gathered there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Oh, picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them, catch them unawares, and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gad about. They love to play and shout, they never have any cares. At 6 o'clock their mummies and daddies will take them home to bed, because they're tired little teddy bears. Last one of these. 'Twas in the year of '89 on that old Chicago line, when the winter wind was blowing shrill. The wings were froze, the wheels were cold, then the air brakes wouldn't hold. The number 9 came roaring down the hill. Oh, the runaway train came down the track and she blew, she blew. The runaway train came down the track and she blew, she blew. The runaway train came down the track, a whistle wide and a throttle back, and she blew, 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 blew. The engineer said the train was hot and she blew. The engineer said that the train was hot and she blew. The engineer said that the train must hold. He said that it was all the fireman's fault, and she blew, 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 blew. The runaway train went over the hill and she blew, she blew. The runaway train went over the hill and she blew. Big finish! The runaway train went over the hill, and the last we heard she was going still, and she blew, 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 blew. There we go. Sorry, a whistle-stop tour of those fantastic children's songs. Thank you to Jane Walton for suggesting some of those. And thank you so much for your suggestions too of those. I think there's definitely an album in that. Watch this space. Once my London album goes live at the end of January, I will get on to sorting out a children's album, all those vintage children's sing-along classics that you'll be able to share with your children and your grandchildren, or pass on and buy for people. So yes, don't worry, that will be coming very, very soon. Well, we're coming towards the end of the sing-along this evening. Thank you so much for joining me, as always, as you do on a Thursday evening here. Thank you, 204 of you. Thank you so much for joining in. Of course, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, you can go to my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk, and you can purchase my 2 CDs, which are there. You can also purchase the ticket for the Carradine's Christmas calendar, which will be going live on the 1st of December with a different Christmas song for you every day throughout Advent running up to Christmas. And, of course, if you fancy throwing some coins into my virtual tip jar, any donations so would be much greatly received. So, huge thank you to my beautiful wife, Faye, working on the comments. Have you got any final comments there, Faye?
I've got a final comment that's to say that Rupert the Bear and Water of Life are indeed the same tune, so you were right.
There we go. Thank you very much. I will practice up Rupert the Bear for next week. And, of course, huge thank you to Marcus Reeves, my wonderful technical savvy guy doing all my back end and all the social media and messaging and stuff while we go live as here that I can't do it. So, Marcus, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for those of you who've popped some stuff in my tip jar this evening or gone and bought the ticket for the Advent calendar.
We just need to
film those now. In a few weeks' time, the tree's going to have to go up early, so it's probably going to be here. The tree's going to be up behind me for the probably the last one in November. But we won't be doing any. Don't worry, we won't be doing any Christmas songs until December. Don't you worry about that. So, I've just realised one final song I'm going to do. I'm going to save that to next week. A cheeky little London song that I've learnt for my album and for my Wilton shows. We'll save that to next week. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. It will be going live in about 10 minutes over on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers page. If you like the community and what we've created here, come along and join us in the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers community Facebook group, where Faye and I will go live in about 10 minutes with a little post-show debrief, and we'll catch up with all you guys. And I can actually read the comments that are coming up because I can't see them. Even with my glasses on, I can't see them over there. So thanks for joining us. As always, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to leave you with this. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head. Let's hear it. Wherever I may roam, on land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home. There we are. Thank you so much for joining us, week 34, and we'll see you this time next week. All the best.